is Do You Hear Me? With Nico Williams. That's right, it's your boy coming at you on a very special Saturday edition of Do You Hear Me? Because, I just like to come with the special editions for y'all because I love you so much and I just need y'all to make sure that, just do the right thing and like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. We really do appreciate it over here, overall 99 Media. But now, why do I say that it's a special Saturday? Well, I got a very special person. Let me go ahead and bring him into the studio. We got my boy, and I call him CJ. I'm sorry, I call him CJ. But he done did his thing, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
I'm Conrad Jon, CJ, Connor, whatever the fuck you know me from, that's what you know. I got 3 names. I ain't never tripping.
No doubt, man. I had to get my boy on here. We go way back. We are celebrating the release. It's been out for a little bit, but I want to have my opportunity with it. We are celebrating the release of Fully Frosted. It is out now on Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you can find it. We got that video out, all that type of stuff. I had to get my guy on here for this, man. So how you feeling today, bro?
I'm good. I'm having a good day. It's really nice. It's been kind of shoddy lately, but today's a good day. I had a bullshit shift, and it's cool. We setting up for Stevie Wonder tomorrow, actually.
Say word. Well, hold on. What y'all doing over there with Stevie Wonder?
I went to school for audio. That's why I went to Ball State for was audio production, right? So I work hotels out here, and we be having all kinds of events. But tomorrow, it's like Stevie. We're setting up. I'm so eager to see if he's really born or not.
I can't wait to see it either. Man, I'm sure he can't either. That's dope, man. I'm proud of you, man, because now we go back. Because we the original Ball brothers, okay? We the original Ball brothers, man. Me, Conrad Jon. Oh, hold on, my bad. I'm playing my music like a mug. I'm sorry. But where we go way back.
It's vibe. I was on an elevator.
Oh man, I got some lyrics for that song. It's from a song called Boys, but we'll talk about that off the show. But yeah, man, I'm proud of you because my boy he from the A, you know what I'm saying, in Indiana, and we met through All-State campus and whatnot. And we wrote a song. It's a cult classic. You got to be a real hip hop head if you heard Ball Bros, man, for real. That's a classic, bro. Classic. It's a cult classic.
I went over there to buy some weed. Next thing I know, I'm in the studio. Like, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just playing. That was in my past, so it's cool. that life is behind me now.
I don't know why you. I don't think you was there for that. That's why I was there. I'm okay. That's it.
10:05, baby, stand up. Y'all know what time it is. Well, yeah, man. We linked up, and then my boy Smitty, he was like, "Hey, man, dude, want to come through and we can put this song together?" I'm like, "Bet." Not going there, write my verse in like 15, 20 minutes. It's on. Man, that song was a classic, bro.
Nate's verse to this day, out of this world, bro. That man. I wish he still made more music because that dude was talented for real.
Man, I believe that. Because I still push him all the time. I'm like, bro, you did one rap battle, you won it.
That too, because I want to hear more shit from him. Tell him I'm pushing more shit from him personally.
Oh, I got you. I'm gonna definitely let him know. I'll remind him like once a month. I remind him all the time. I think he was definitely the best lyricist out of our house at the time. I think maybe I was more of the personality guy, but in regards to like actual just bars, yeah, Nate's that guy.
He changed the flow so well, and like he didn't even rhyme half the time, but it was still great. Like I took for real.
No doubt. But you took that, and it's always been my dream to move to Los Angeles and do that whole thing. Now my dream has changed slightly a little bit in locations, as I prefer to settle down in San Diego at this point. But
You sound like
you know,
everybody else in LA.
yeah, I'm trying to like
Everybody wants after LA. It's weird. It's a thing though. It's like a more chill LA.
yeah, I enjoy PB. I enjoy OB. I enjoy like I just love the vibe because it's like it's not the crazy hustle and bustle everyday LA stuff. It's you go home and chill with your family and you straight. You know what I'm saying?
People, not,
And not yet
no fake it, you make it shit. You know, LA's always you for commission. It's just it is what it is.
facts. But you took us. You gambled. You know what you said. You know what I'm gonna do from the 765. I'm going over there to the 213, if you will. I'm going. Or is that? No, hold on. Have I been watching too much? Anyway, you said you know what? Fuck it. What is it? Oh, okay.
310.
310. And you said fuck it.
310 is the most popular.
You said fuck it. I'm going. I'm going with my dream, and I'm gonna do my thing. No matter what nobody says, man. Tell us what made you just get up and just grab your balls and go.
Man, that's a fun story. So when I graduated from college, I had a buddy that I went to, from the A. I went to high school with Joe Ostadio, and he was like, "Yo, you got to come visit," because he was born in Orange County. So he's like, "You got to come to LA. Like your music's good. Like you just got to save up $500." And I always respect the fuck out of him for this. Like he said, "Save up $500. I'll pay for the." And I was like, "All right." So every day, Jimmy John's for 2 months, just throwing a little bit of money back. I was working 3 jobs actually. So I got a job also serving at Johnny Carino, and then I was also running open mic night at Be Here Now. So I was doing.
Yeah.
Now I got to use my.
Shout to Be Here Now.
Shout out to Be Here Now. Shout out to Whitney. Everybody love Be Here. Though, so came out here on just some random shit, and I was in a fraternity. Really a frat guy at heart, but like being in a fraternity got me a lot of connections. And there was a dude who I knew graduated. Never met him before, but I knew he worked in a studio down here in LA. And I was like, and not just a studio, did Purple Rain, Led Zeppelin, Van Halen, like a big studio. So I was like, maybe I can get. I hit him up, went in there and got a mix. This is the funniest part. Horrible mix. It's the person in the chair. Horrible mix. Like back in Indiana all day.
What? You went all the way out there to this big old studio and they couldn't mix it.
It's the person in the chair, bro. It's the person in the chair. And chemistry. Till they know. People don't know what you want till they know you. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Piece of King. Repping Indiana to the death of me, okay?
I swear. You don't even know. But yeah. So I came out here and but I got to know him. If I need a roommate, hit me up.
Hold on, we lost CJ. We're gonna get him back in a second, y'all. We got a little low bar. Real quick. We gonna get back. Okay, we good. We back.
Are we back?
We back.
Hold up. I can't hear you now. God damn, I gotta put my shit on airplane mode. I got people FaceTiming me.
We'll be back. We ain't, it is what it is. I'm telling you, it's a good story coming up. I'm telling you.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. My bad. I had
all right, bet.
All right. So should I start from the top or should I just jump back in?
Oh, we live, baby. We live. So whatever you want to do.
Cool. We'll just jump back in. So basically, I came back home. I was working 3 jobs still, and I told him, I was like, hey, if you ever need a roommate, hit me up. So like 2 months later, he hit me up. He's like, hey, I remember you told me to hit you if I ever needed a roommate. He's like, I need a roommate, but I need a roommate now. Like, I need you to move within the next couple of days. And I was like,
shit,
bro. I was like, can you at least give me 2 weeks so I can put in 2 weeks at my job? So if shit doesn't work out, I can at least come back on good terms. And it took a little bit of, I had to like pay him some money up front, kind of shit, like let him know I wasn't on no bullshit. And
yeah,
I was like, he let me do the 2 weeks though. So the next day I was like put in my 2 weeks at all my jobs, and I was like, it's either gonna be the smartest or the dumbest thing I ever did.
I love them kind of decisions. That's my shit.
Man, bro. And I came out here and I have found my way. I went through some shit. I've been through hella roommates, hella just crazy people. I've like just you realize people around here are really just in it for themselves and like just that. And then like some people are just not. I don't know, bro. There's a different culture here in the sense that some people are here for their dreams, some people are here just to party. And you got to weed those people out of your life. You got to keep the people that are here for their dreams in your life. And then the people that are here to party, you can keep them as acquaintances. But if you get in too deep with those kind of people, you lose focus on what you came here for. You know what I mean? Because LA is never boring. It's never boring. There's always something to do.
Yeah.
But anyway, I came out here and I transferred jobs at Jimmy John's. So I was doing that, and I did a lot of, like I said, I went to film school, so I did a lot of like production assistant gigs, but it was all freelance, so it was whenever the fuck they called me, and it was cool stuff. Like I got to work with Billie Eilish, you know, I've worked with Khalid, Camila Cabello, like Katy Perry, like a lot of big name fucking people, but at the same time, like if it's freelance, it's not steady money, or it's not steady money, but like when it gets slow, like during COVID, that shit all fell off because there was going on. So like after that, I was like, fuck that. I don't want that to ever happen again. Cause I was doing Instacart for like a year, just getting people groceries. And that was cool. During COVID, that was the best finesse of all time because like nobody wanted to get out of the house and go to the grocery store. So I would make hella money on that. And that was cool for me to get me by. But at the same time, like I would hate when people ask me what I'm doing right now to make money. And I'm like, oh, I get groceries for people. Like it just doesn't sound good. Especially when you got like I have a degree. I made the dean's list like 3 times. So like I was like I know I could be doing more, but it just but it got me by. I can't even hate on Instacart because I was
no doubt.
But anyway, I basically decided I wanted to use my degree after a while, and this is my professional life story basically. And I ain't talking about the music yet, but
people gotta hear that. They want to see, because everybody Clark Kent, and then you got your Superman going on. You got to be able to take care of both of them.
You got 2 sides. But then I got a job at an art store out here at the Beverly Center, and that was pretty cool. I never had like a retail job in the sense I made commission, but like selling artwork to people, that's something that really, first of all, a lot of famous people came in there because it's the Beverly Center. Second of all, I got to meet people, and I'm like the person who's talking to them. Then like the other thing is, I don't know, selling a person a piece of artwork is hard. It's like almost like selling somebody your album, which is a piece of artwork, and it really kind of taught me how to like, I feel like I cut myself short in the sense of being braggadocious, and I'm not really that, I'm very confident in myself, but I don't really just be like, oh, I'm the shit, but I do feel like that, but I'm just not that kind of person. And basically selling artwork, kind of doing that, taught me how to be like, balance that out of like, hey, this is a great piece of artwork, you won't regret buying this. And like that's how I had to like face-to-face interactions with my album, trying to talk to people.
Let me ask you real quick, did you know the art at the time, like, or were you just like, man, this picture's fucking dope, this is who did it, that's my guy?
Nothing, bro. There's just one picture. Listen, there's just one picture. This is my funniest story. I swear to God. So there's this one picture that it looked like this dude. He always did angel wings kind of thing, but he did photography. So it was like photography artwork more. But he was the shit. Like he really would like pay for the whole set kind of thing. And he had this one girl who was laying on a car with angel wings. And I just made this story up. And this is a real picture though. But I told them that it was based off of this girl who, there, like back in the 1930s, there was a girl who jumped off the top of like the Empire State Building, or like a building in New York. I don't know if it's the Empire State Building, but she landed on a car, and she was a very
This is an actual story though.
This is a real story.
Okay.
There was a girl who was like very beautiful who like jumped to her death, and like the dude took a picture, and they always called it like the most beautiful death ever. Like she was a very, even like at like in her death, like she was dead, her face was so serene, and like, you know what I mean? Like people thought she was still seeing the beauty in her, even though she was lifeless. I would tell people that artist based that picture on that picture, and I would tell them the backstory, and that was the easiest sell I ever got. It was like, oh, you just got to give people some sentimental value a
And
little
then
bit.
boom,
Yeah.
because you can add value to anything
People want a
that you
story
add
with
value to.
a guy. If you just get something that has no story behind it, it could be the coolest looking thing in the world, but you don't know where it came from or anything. Like the value is at a minimum there. There is no sentimental value is priceless. You can't put a price to that. You can put a price to any picture, but the sentimentalness, people will never. There's things that I will never sell. You know what I mean? Just because I'm like, oh, or like it'd be harder for me to sell. I guess everybody got a price, but like I would be like, nah, my grandma gave me this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm thinking here. Don't tell anybody that I'm doing this, but I'm gonna get a all white sheet of paper and put it in a canvas, and then I'm gonna say, "This is my soul when I was 7." 80 bands right now. Let's
Dude,
go.
I've seen some pretty dumb shit in that realm where
I
did
imagine so.
finger paint this or what? And people are like, oh, it's so abstract. And I'm like, I know, right? I'm like, this is garbage.
Man, so that goes into art, which your art, your music art. I always believe that we're telling stories. Y'all know I'm a rapper myself, back in the day. But it is telling the story, whether it's one that you come up with in your head or you base it off of something. Now, as I've been listening to Fully Frosted, y'all know what it is, out now on all pot streaming, anywhere you can stream music. Fully Frosted, Conrad Jon, y'all know the deal. The link is in the description right now, to at least to the Apple one. When I release this later, I'll put all the links to everywhere. Y'all already know the deal. That's how we do in Indiana. We support each other. So with that being said, what's the concept? Because it took a couple of different, like, it's really vibey. Like if I was Blow, I'm really like I'm vibing all the way through. And then there's some that just make you sit back and then you have to like go back. So
So
what was the concept as you were writing?
okay, so Slightly Sauce was our first album. It's the first album we did called Slightly
Oh,
Sauce.
nice. That
And
artwork.
exactly. So then after Slightly Sauced, I was like, okay, I have this album that was Slightly Sauced was very unorthodox, very hard beats, very um not as much melody as this one, just a lot
Mhm.
more bars, very fast flows, 808s, in your face kind of shit, which was cool, but I felt like I didn't have a song for everybody on it. And this album, me and Tuna, we make music. Like Tuna is like my brother. Like we make music like it's like when we're bored type shit. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's not even like it's just something that comes natural. It's like we're hanging out, that's what we do. With this album, I wanted to really give everybody, for all different tastes, a style of track that they would like on it. Like none of the tracks really sound the same. So like you have your politic and the more melodic stuff, and then you have your New Pussy Money Weed that's just in your face.
Yeah.
Think Twice, which has more of like a drill vibe, and then the Stay Solid, old school vibe, and then Ride or Die, kind of Drake vibe. So there's like within that whole album, there's a vibe for everybody. Like you can listen to the whole thing. You might not like everything, but I guarantee you'll find at least 1 to 2 tracks that you'll be like, I like this track. And that was the whole idea of that one, is that I wanted to really, but also because I'm also very an album crafter, so I wanted to like make it seamless. I wanted it all to transition smoothly, where it's like this song should follow this song. Like I probably changed that. I literally have changed that track list so many times that Tuna stopped taking me serious on it. He'd be like, I don't know what the track list is anymore because you just keep changing it. But like that's how deep it was to me, where I was like, I want it to all flow smooth.
Oh, it's getting Kanye-esque up in there, and I like that. So did you try and put together? By the way, my favorite song
Yeah,
is
what
No
is
Floaters. No Floaters. It's a vibey ass song.
I've had a
I was
lot.
like, yeah. I was
That
like,
was
this
that
one
was the intro for a long time.
really.
That was gonna be the intro,
Yeah,
and
I like that idea of it being an intro, just because it does introduce you. It puts you in the vibe, and then you kind of, all right, this is the kind of album I'm about to get. You know what I
yeah, yeah.
mean? I was feeling that, and like there's going to be some like what is it, a Papito?
Big Poppy.
But Big Poppy, my bad,
Oh,
Big
sorry, Big
Poppy,
Poppy.
and like there's going to be a couple in there that just kind of switch it up on you real quick. But I felt like listening to No Floaters is like basically like the theme of the album for the most part, with a couple of surprises in there, like Think Twice, for instance,
Yeah.
which you have the video out for that now. But like Think Twice, for instance, like, oh, and I love that song, by the way. It's so hype. But you need one of those, and you the type of dude that does that. I've seen you perform, so you're always fun to watch with, because I knew you was gonna drop a couple of those fun songs in there. But
Yeah.
I like to sit back and get blow songs too.
Yeah, no floaters is definitely. So, do you know what a floater? This is a funny one too, because people are like, "What does that even mean?"
I
And
was
so,
thinking, like Rondo on a good day, like floaters.
that's a good one. I like that. See, that's why I like to leave it up for interpretation too, because everybody finds their own meaning and everything. But what it really means is, so when I first moved to LA, I was always smoking blunts, and everybody's healthier out here. I was like, okay, blunts are bad for you. So I started smoking joints, but I was like, I don't really like this as much. So then I started hanging out with some people from New York, right?
Mm.
People in New York, they have their own little type of lingo. And my buddy, so Holly Starks, the guy who's on Think Twice, he's from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Him, and then specifically another friend, Jock, that used to always hang out with Tuna. They would always smoke spliffs. So they spliff your joints. And basically, they always had this saying that's like, if you pass me a joint without it being spliff, I'm not going to hit it. And they would call that joint a floater. They'd be like, I don't smoke no floaters, bro. They'd be
Keep
like, is
going
it a
around
floater?
till
And they'll be
somebody will
like,
hit it.
yeah. They're like, oh, does it have grabber in it? No, if it don't have grabber or fronto, I'm cool off that. So that's what the idea of that song is to this day, I still smoke. Actually, I was with my friend Kimmy last night. We fight all the time because she's like, is it spliffed? And I'm like, you know it's spliffed. And she'll be like, oh, why? And I'll be like, this is how I smoke. Like, you could roll, like, it's a thing though. You know what I mean? Like, to this day, I still smoke spliffs.
Yeah, my one of my favorite porn stars, Adriana Maya. She has a show called Spliffs and Giggles. I don't watch it because I'm sure the content
I
sucks.
know Adriana Maya too. I actually
We-
met her too.
I ran into her in San Diego. I was at the Tiger concert.
That's pretty cool.
But she was like, I'm pretty sure it was one of the Paul brothers, but she was like all over his dick. And so so she's like, oh my God, but I wanted to be like, oh my God, you are very present in my search history.
I know your name, like.
Oh my God. She told me happy birthday once on Twitter. That was pretty cool. Her and Sarah Lace. That was pretty cool. So anyway, music. I ain't got no girlfriend, so fuck them.
That's funny.
The internet, I pay my internet bill. Fuck them.
I'm just saying, yeah, word.
But
we all on that shit. I feel like I don't think there's anybody out there that like. There's definitely levels to it. Don't get me wrong, but like we all have a few names that we like. Oh. I know you. I have a funny porn star story actually.
Go for it.
I matched this girl.
This would be good to cut up into a clip.
I matched this. Okay, I swear to God, this is a real story. I promise you. I matched this girl on Bumble, and she's hot as fuck. I was like, you are way out of my league, whatever. And like, she probably won't message me. Message me, get her number, and she's like, FaceTime me later. So we're FaceTiming and stuff, and like, I'm talking to her about. Like, she listened to a couple of my songs, genuinely. Like, we had like a nice little combo. About halfway through the combo, I'm like, what? I know you from somewhere. And then I was like, you're a porn star. And so her real name's Emily. Do you know who Gianna Dior is?
I do know who that is. I've seen her be.
I have her number.
Fuck!
I swear to God.
Fuck!
But hey, but
way to move.
Like that or then like I don't text her nothing anymore. But like, I was like, oh. I definitely did that though. I definitely did fucking at least FaceTime her. I never met her in person or nothing, but she did ask us
on the cake.
I know. One day, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be like, I got your number. Like I'm gonna meet her on some random shit. And I promise you, I'm like, what up?
Well, that's just work for them. It's just work. That's just work. I'm a regular person.
See, here's where I think I fucked up though, because I think I was like, okay, because she kind of hit me with a sad girl vibe, like she was like everybody I know is fake, nobody like she kind of I was like talking about I felt like she had no like real friends kind of thing, And so I was like, man, I was like, she probably just gets everybody who knows her from her porn. So like, I was trying to be a gentleman, and I was like, let's go on a picnic. I was like, let's go on a picnic, and I don't think she was about that shit. And I was like, okay, whatever. Which I love picnics personally. Like they're fun, like whatever. But maybe I shouldn't have hit her on the nice guy shit. I should have been like, let me come over, let's Netflix, get high as fuck, drink and fuck. Like, I didn't know her at the time. I didn't know what she wanted, but she kind of hit me with the sad girl vibe. So I was trying to be the gentleman and be like the nice guy.
I've learned over like the last, I don't know, 30 years of my life that the nice guy thing doesn't work. So I just made that decision probably 2 weeks ago that it's just going to be like
savagery.
No. It's not like be a dick. It's just
you gotta be a nice guy in the moment, but like don't ever text like a nice guy. Damn near, I feel like. Does that make sense? Or like I don't know. There's levels to it. It's like you gotta play this mysteriousness. That's what it is. You just can't have people be able to guess you. Being mysterious keeps people never get bored of people like that. I feel like, and like if you play that level a little bit, and then are also like my whole game is I'm the nice guy. I'm a nice guy, but I also talk shit, and I also am good at things that will keep you happy, and like little shit like that. So anyway, I'm just saying that if you play a little bit of mysteriousness, where it's like I can't really guess this person, out of all the girlfriends I've ever had, those are the ones that I'm like I miss. It's never the ones that I figured out. It's always the ones that keep me on it. It's always the crazy ones, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
not saying be crazy, but like keep people guessing.
I like those. I like those a lot. And we definitely gonna see, but that's probably like frat 101 right there. Like y'all gotta go into a classroom like and be like, all right, here's how we talk to chicks, boys.
We learn game from the best, pass down.
You got so are we just riding this wave with let me put your stuff back up here. We're fully frosted right now. Are we just riding that wave, or are we gearing up for a summer project? What we doing, man?
Man, I never stop, to be honest. I got so much shit. Me and Tuna got a whole nother album done I could drop tomorrow.
Oh, say word.
Yeah, like I probably got 4 projects in the vault. I got 2 that are coming the rest of this year though. 2 little EPs, one's 7-track, one's 5 tracks. I got this one that's gonna come really soon though, like March, or I'm thinking April-ish, because we still got some shit to finish up. We're planning to drop it opening day of baseball season, but it's looking like it's gonna be, later in April or something like that. So but it's a 5-track EP with my homie Spiro. And it's a lot of bars, a lot of old school style shit, and it's really got some good lyricism in it and some cool flows, some very different vibes, kind of like eerie, I would say it is, kind of like the beats I would describe them would be like West Side Gun-ish, or like Benny the Butcher.
Okay, I'm with you on Benny. Okay.
That kind of vibe. Just Griselda, but so that's that project. Then I got another project with my homie Trav, who's like one of my best friends out here too. And this one is, I feel like it's another one of those songs for everybody kind of vibes, where it's like we got this, we really. So I've been on the production side with this album a lot more, which is I do appreciate. Which Tuna I always am, but sometimes I just take a Tuna beat and rap to it. A lot of times though we sit in, but like this whole album with Trav, I've been sitting in on like everything, and we make the beats together and all that. So it's just straight from the heart. And we made this track the other night that's very choir, like Game of Thrones-esque, very fucking in your face, triumphant, and it's a special track for sure. And then we got a track that's just like 808s with the drums. We got some tracks that are very vibey. It's gonna be a very cool project, and it's gonna be very from the heart, because it's like one of my best friends, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm excited for
that chemistry is probably crazy. Y'all know each other well. You kind of expect to know what you like to hear. Mm-hmm. That definitely should be able. That gives you a head start when you're not trying to. When somebody's trying to figure out like boom cap. No, I ain't really no boom cap. Like how about boom 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 cap, boom 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 cap. You're like, yeah, but when somebody knows you want that.
professional studio, you know, like me and that guy, we just didn't have any chemistry. We never worked together. So like, I'm not saying he was a bad engineer. I'm just saying we didn't have any chemistry yet. So like, I always go back to my dude Andrew Chrisman when I'm back. When I'm back in Indiana, I either go to Andrew Chrisman or Buddha, and Buddha's my
Love
best
Buddha.
friend. Andrew Chrisman is like an older dude. He's like 65, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean he's not that old. I'm sorry, but he's like 50. If he watches
I
this,
know.
I know
I
you're not
recorded it.
that
I
old.
recorded his rock band. Yeah,
um,
yeah.
anyway, though, he's like a guy that you would walk into his house and be like, I have no idea what it's about to go to. Then you go to his basement and you're like, holy fuck, this is the nicest dude
It's
I've ever met.
crazy. Yes, I've been there. I've been there. It's crazy.
I've
I
seen his
definitely.
receipt for Sweetwater, and I know how much money he's spent to an extent. And I'm gonna let you know that is a gold mine in the rough. It really is.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
cold too. Takes a little bit longer to get your mixes done, I feel like, but it always pays off in the end. Just sometimes that's why I go to Buddha sometimes because I know I'm like I want to leave with this song, you know. Andrew,
Right.
I got Andy, I gotta take a little bit longer, but it's always pays off in the end.
Yeah. Anybody that can get, if you get a whole rock band in there, and then you can each and every instrument and mix it down, man, that's a talent in itself.
He's insanely talented, man. He really is. It's almost silly. It really like if he was in LA, he'd probably like I always would like Andy come to LA. Like you would make it so fast, it'd be ridiculous.
Hella laid back guy, probably not his speed.
I don't think it is either, but like he's that good. Like you know,
Yeah,
that's
I
that's
believe
the
it.
whole point. hmm
I believe
But
it.
yeah, that's the shit that the chemistry goes a long way. Is the moral of the story though? Is that if you ain't vibing with that person that well, then it's hard to make. You have to be comfortable, and that's another thing too. Is like some people want to bring a party into the studio. Like I'm trying to just be me in the studio, maybe one other person, if that. But I
Mm,
really like being in my own head. I don't like other people distracting and like talking and like if I'm working, I'm working. Like that's what I came here to do. And that's another thing that I feel like I've been to a lot of studios and then they'll book a 12-hour session and record like 3 songs because they wasn't really working. They was fucking out there smoking, drinking, you know, flirting with the bitches and shit, which is cool and all, but you paying for that. So like, I guess if you got the money to do that, but I'm more of a productive person. And if I'm in there for 12 hours, I'm at least going to get 12 songs.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. See, people getting too job moranish out here, man. Like I see these cats, and you got 50 million people. We know that James Harden is super notorious for that. Bringing
Yeah,
in,
it
bringing in.
is.
Let's bring in 50 people into the studio, and let's just bullshit till 5 o'clock in the morning, and might get one song. I get it, y'all
There's
got
a
the bread
time and a
to do it.
place for it. Like I make cool songs that way, but I don't feel like they're ever thought out as much. Everything's just so blah. I don't know.
For the videos and stuff, yeah, that shit's cute. But like when you actually working, I think that's what happens to a lot of people too. They just think like that's a lifestyle thing, or just to show, oh, I can do this. Man, I'm going in there to work. Just like when I come into these podcasts, like yeah, we'll talk and we'll plan, and obviously, we can rap anytime via text, Twitter, whatever. But like when it's time to get on the pod, we'll have a good time on the podcast because we're working on what we working on. This work. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
definitely, man, I just never like that don't make you cool. You might be able to fuck a bitch or two off with having that vibe in there every now and then, but man, you gotta go. Don't forget what you
It
came
ain't
in
that
there to do.
bitch is gonna come anyway.
That's gonna come with it after you get the work done. I
So
don't
one of
care.
my favorite. I'm not a huge Eminem fan, but
Yeah,
one of my favorite Eminem, and I respect the fuck out of him. I just don't listen to him that much.
absolutely.
But one of my favorite Eminem stories was uh who it was somebody went in to record with Eminem, and they showed up like at 7 8 p.m. and they was like, oh yeah, Emin. I was like, oh, M's gone. They was like, oh, what do you mean? And they was like, oh, he comes in 9 to 5, like this is his job. So he comes
Mm,
in and he's done by 5 and he's going to chill with the fam and all that. And he's like, what the fuck? Like I come in late at night. He's like, I don't get to the studio till 9 o'clock and get fucked up, and that's how I make music. He's like, yeah, he don't do that like this. And I always just thought that was cool. Is like, this is at the end of the day, this is your job, man. You got to take that shit serious to that extent.
fact.
Cause like, I'm an early bird for the sense of my productivity. I don't like to do shit after 3 4 p.m. You know, I mean, I will, but like, I feel like I'm definitely most productive when it comes to running errands and like, you know, getting my music shit in together and like promoting and stuff. I do all that shit before noon, and that's just my productivity. And being late at night, the later the day goes on, the more lackadaisical I get.
Right. I'm with you on that. Definitely. Uh
Mhm.
from a from a work standpoint, because it's like, man, I'll be trying to be done with everything. Like, because I have to work my 9 to 5. And then when I get off work, I'm immediately into like, all right, because especially doing work, I'm thinking about my script. I'm looking on Twitter to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Writing down notes and stuff on the side when I get a chance. So by the time I get off my 9 to 5, let's get this podcast shit done.
Mhm.
And then that way, you know, and try and schedule myself in that way. And that's how I tend to work. But man, when people hit me up and they be like, oh, about 9, 10 o'clock at night, bruh, listen, I done had a full day already, bruh. I already done
People be trying to
played
go.
fucking Harry Potter.
How old are you again? If you don't mind me,
35.
you said what?
35.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought you was like 31. If that
Yeah, man. Black don't crack, man. You know how we do.
real
But
shit.
yeah. Yeah, man. But you know, but I don't have like a family or anything like that. It's just me and my dog. So I have ample time to just always be working. And
What kind
honestly,
of dog
I
you got?
wish two pit bulls, a father and a son.
Hell yeah! I'm about to go
Yeah, I
get my
got.
dog real fast. Hold on, let me go grab my dog.
You want to see some dogs,
I'm
BG?
watching my boss's dog too. She over here right now. Come here, Rock.
Come here. Here, you want to? I have to lie and say, do you want to treat or something in order to
Come here,
come
buddy.
here? Come here. You
Ooh,
remember CJ? Come here. Come here. Come here, boy.
come here, Rock.
Come here.
Come here, buddy.
He's a punk.
It's Rocky. Rocky, come here. Here, Rock. This is my bro. You good, boy? And
Look,
look,
you
this
see
is
the dog? Come here.
yeah.
You see the dog, BG? I can't stand this dog.
They be
What?
playing hard to get.
I hate no, because like any other time when I'm in meetings, all in my face, jumping on me and stuff, barking at that stuff that's not there. And then if somebody actually want to see you, then you want to just sit there and lay down. I can't stand it. Oh, the dad, his favorite thing to do when I'm doing a podcast or or like I'm filming something or in a meeting, lick the shit out of whatever it is he's licking the shit out of. And it is the loudest thing of all time. I can't stand it. But it's like he knows when I'm doing something important. I think when I turn my studio lights on, that's when he's like, oh yeah, it's time to be on some bullshit.
I watch dogs. That's my side hustle in LA, and a lot of people don't want to watch pit bulls, but I've always loved pit bulls. And there's this one pit bull that I watch, Diego, and he is the cute. He will lick the fuck, and he's so loud when he licks, bro. He's just sounds like a fucking shorty slopping you up, damn near, and you wake up and you like, God damn,
Damn, you
my
had a girl
dreams was
slap you where you
wrong.
could hear it like that? Not I, said the pig. I'm waiting for somebody to hear so I can hear that voice. Woo, hear that noise, man. God damn.
Nah, but
They look,
I know.
they be a little timid out here, man. They be a little timid.
How old is your pits?
The dad he'll be 7 in July 2nd, and his son will be uh he'll be 4 on July 4th.
Oh, okay. Damn, they close birthdays too. That's crazy.
I made up his dad's birthday because I don't fucking know. So I made it after
Hey,
one of my good
I don't
friends.
know Rocky, so his birthday is the day I got him because I rescued him.
Oh, okay, right on, right on. I don't remember if you remember Lacey. I lace him up. She does like all the hair and stuff. She went to Ball State as well. And
I think
so,
yeah.
but
I'm a face person. I'm bad with names.
we was like mad, we was like super close friends. And she would actually like look after Gotti and stuff for me sometimes when I would be out doing stuff. And so
That's dog.
I was like,
Got it.
fuck it. His birthday's your birthday then. Fuck it. Cause I didn't know.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, dogs are cool, man. I had the reason I got Rocky was I had a roommate who passed away actually. R.I.P.
Damn.
Not while she
Out
was
there?
here.
Like
hmm
out there? Oh, say
hmm
word. Man, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, she was a good person. She just had a drug problem, bro. It was bad. But
Damn.
anyway, I used to take care of Corgi, and after she moved, yeah, and he's a little fucker. We was like homies, like, and she paid me handsomely to fucking take care of her corgi. So I was always just like, all right, I'll take care of Mason. So I would take care of him, and then she moved out, and I didn't. I was like, damn, bro, I don't have a dog. Like, I don't have a dog. Like, I was used to this, waking up to this dog and shit. And I was, damn, I'm gonna get a dog. So this girl came and visited me, and we went out. And I was like, what do you want to do today? We was talking about dogs. She's like, let's go look at dogs. I went out there and just seen Rocky, and I was like, brought him to like the playpen, and all the other dogs was barking at him, and he was like, didn't bat an eye. He chill. He don't bark or nothing. He's just chill. He's very unhusky, like quiet.
That would be like one of the last type of dogs I would think I would see in Southern California is a husky.
Everybody says that. I take him hiking every day, and he's never complained.
That's what's up. I was in Dallas about a month ago, and I went to this dog park, and dog, they had a part where these dogs could actually swim. Like they was jumping into this lake, and like it's like they got the little floaty things to keep them from going too far out. But like it was actually a cold day in Dallas at that, so it was like 45 degrees. Man, they was in there playing, jumping, grabbing sticks. I was like, damn, they got it set up. Now, in the 765 area, we got a couple of dog parks, but they just like gated in, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's hella
They
cool
ain't really
dog
got
parks
shit
out
to
here.
do but look at each other.
I guess there's a dog park over kind of by I think it's Newport Beach, but it's like a beach dog park for huskies.
Just specifically for huskies?
For huskies, and they'll line them up and they'll mush because they know how to mush like naturally, like they're sled dogs.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I would have never thought of that. Like,
it's just crazy.
Sand,
man.
Snow, and then huskies just being like, I just need to pull track something.
That's why LA's so cool, because I'm 2 hours from the snow and 2 hours from the desert.
Yeah.
So like, I can go to any terrain from here, and like, it's been cold lately, but if I want to go skiing, I can do that. If I want to go to the fucking desert and trip shrooms at fucking Joshua Tree, I can do that too.
You been to Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Have you done it the sneaky way into Mexico, or did you just kind of go? Because we know we got that back route through San Diego. You can get into Baja real quick.
I went with Tuna, and Tuna. I went Tuna and his parents, and they have this property down there they always go to called Rocky Point, and Tuna's from Phoenix, Arizona-ish area.
Okay.
So they just go straight down, literally just go straight down, and that's the way they go every time, and it's pretty fucking easy to go to. So I don't really know the way, but I remember them motherfuckers searched the fuck out of our car, which is apparently rare, but we got our car searched. But we didn't have shit. I mean, I think we had some weed pins in the cereal boxes, but they ain't find them.
Is it cool in Arizona? I can't remember. Is it legal in Arizona?
It's yeah. I think I don't know if it's recreational, but I know they have weed shops and shit. Their weed just stuff like that. At least from what I smoke. But yeah, I mean, most places it is. Arizona's cool, man. If I were to raise a family, I'd fuck around and move to Arizona.
Say word.
Arizona's cool. Got a lot of love there. You just gotta watch out. Every time I go out to Tuna's backyard, I'd have to do a perimeter check to look for rattlesnakes.
Oh shit.
Bro, I was like, every time they was like, do you want to be out for a month? And I was like, is that how long it is? They're like, yeah, if you could be about rattlesnake, you're gonna be on the couch for a month.
That's like, crazy.
Like, that don't sound fun. I seen a snake within 30 minutes of getting there.
Man, hell no.
They got boars too, bro. These boars will come up there and fuck up your garden. Like, they are just stinky little fuckers. And
like
the boar
like Pumbaa.
Like
Pumbaa from Lion King.
I don't know. They apparently, like, Tuna's mom told me that you can smell them. Like, you'll be like, there's some boars near. Like, they smell that bad, and they'll just come fuck all your shit up.
I thought that was like a southern thing, Georgia, Carolina, stuff like that.
Wildlife over
there. Man, fuck Arizona, man. I'm not going. Y'all got too much going on. Scorpion piss everywhere. I can't do it.
I had a mountain lion out here, bro. I swear to God, in my laundry room. So we have Ring cameras down there, right? And we have a cool ass good here. I don't know. Can I turn my camera around? Is that a thing? All right. Well, look. I don't know if you can see it. Whatever. Anyway, we got a nice ass little garden down here, and there's like feral cats, raccoons, skunk. There's all kinds of wildlife down there because it's just a big ass field and a garden. And we have a ring camera down there. My landlord sent us this video of a mountain lion growing in there right next to the laundry room, like literally tail on the ground, like mountain lion in Hollywood. I live like 2 blocks from the Walk of Fame.
Say word.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
No,
and a mountain lion got that deep into like with people? Like they got that deep into where people are? That's
apparently
crazy.
my landlord said they killed the mountain lion, which is also kind of fucked up, but
It pretty
yeah.
fucked up.
I was like, damn, like they didn't have to kill him. Like, did he
You
kill
think you
some?
would be more prepared for that? You know what I'm saying? Since there's mountain lions in the area, you would think that they would have a contingency plan to get them the fuck out of there.
Here's the thing: is I hike about every day. As during COVID, I hiked every day, and that the COVID area I'd hike, Wisdom Tree was closed, but I would just sneak in every day because I'm like, it's a fucking hill. Like I'm just sneak through, and there was way more wildlife. I would see I would see coyotes, I would see deer, I'd see tarantulas, I seen a couple snakes. But mountain lion was the one thing I was scared of out of all those things. Like I'm not really scared of no coyote or nothing. But a mountain lion, I'm not fucking with. I always out of all the wildlife I've seen hiking, I didn't expect the first mountain lion to be by my house. That was what all threw me. I was like, what? Like they're literally, how did he get here? Like this is a neighborhood. The lady lives under me is famous.
That's crazy, man. I couldn't imagine.
I told you that's a good one. I'm not supposed to tell people this, but I don't care. Fuck it. I'll get in trouble. We homies. So have you seen The Waterboy?
I have.
Vicky Valancourt.
His girlfriend? Oh, the girlfriend of say word.
She lives under we're like homies. Like I talk to her every day. She'll like call me when I'm like back home, like check. She'll be like, hey, just want to make sure you're okay. I haven't seen you in a while. Like she's just like the coolest lady ever. She's just like gardening and cats and shit. But yeah, like it's kind of humbled me because she's been here since I got here. So like I'm like, oh, people are really just people. You know what I mean? Some people act like that in public and shit because they want to give up this persona. But like when you really in the depths of people, that people are people usually.
I feel like I get into that space. I'm gonna be the coolest mother. Like the person you see right now is exactly who I'm always.
Me too, man. That's how I think that's a Indiana trait, though, man. I really do.
So?
These dogs fighting behind me.
My folks is from the South, so I kind of get that, like, you know, I just never been no like. If I get a little drunk, I get a little bit arrogant, but like my day to day, my day to day though, I'm really just like a super nice guy, and I'll do anything for anybody. But you know, sometimes we do get to sit in the VIP and talk shit a little bit, but that's only if it's deserved.
If I can't talk shit with you, we really ain't that cool.
Right.
Like that's another thing. It's like, okay, so my roommate is from the A. The 2 people who live under me are from the A. Like they're my homies I've known forever. So I got a little piece of home from here too.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
I see them daily type shit. Like obviously my roommate, I talk more shit to him than anybody. Shout out Ricky, even though he ugly.
What up, Ricky? Man, you got anything else for us? My name is CJ. I'll run through your city. What's up?
So I want to let you know I got the 07 Big Poppy. I got a video for that coming soon.
Oh, okay. Bet. Yeah. I got it first, y'all.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Office Space?
I have.
You know the printer thing?
Yeah.
We recreated that.
Let's go.
It's fire.
We got a fire video. Are we gonna tell them to wait? Do I get the date first?
I'm gonna say give me about 3 weeks to a month.
Okay. Maybe, so we should be looking in like
April. But probably not. Yeah, I'm probably gonna chill on it and let it. I'm gonna keep doing. I've been doing a lot of little. I use this website called Submit Hub, and that's how I get a lot of like placement and stuff for any upcoming artists. I'm trying to put y'all on, but Submit Hub is what I use, and that's how I got. So this is a cool story I got yesterday. So did you see the shit recently? How I got a placement in Brazil, or it was Portugal?
No, I didn't see that, bro.
So I got this through Submit Hub. I got a blog post, and it was through Brazil or Portugal. I think it was Brazil, but the language was written in Portuguese. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I just had to decipher what they wrote. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, all the shit I told them. But there was a homie who hit me up yesterday from Anderson who lives out here. And he goes, yo, he was like, so my homie who just moved here from Brazil doesn't believe that I know you.
That's
And,
crazy.
and I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, he found your music and he's been bumping it all the time. And like, I was like, wait, he's from Brazil? He was like, yes. He was like, he found this article from you and he's been bumping your shit. And I was like, what? Like I've been trying to get on more like different countries and shit. Honestly.
That's definitely the lock and key. I believe you can't just depend on your people locally, honestly. I'm personally a big fan of
Usually you
Europe.
can depend on the people locally less. Like that's the sad truth about it is like you always gonna have your core fan base, but a lot of people that are really your homies don't want to support your dreams. I don't know.
Right.
That's just like what I found through it is like there's a lot of like my biggest fans are not usually my closest homies.
That's right. I agree. And
Mm.
I'll tell you, so that the channel that you're on right now and why we have, in a sense, the following that we have is shout out to Brazil. The person that started this channel, he's my cousin. And he lives out in Denver. And his fan base is like a whole bunch of people from Brazil. And they shot our shit up to like 60,000 views for music videos and stuff like that, leaving all type of like
Man,
comments I
I'm
don't
trying to use my
understand.
passport more. I'm trying to
Yeah.
visit the world. I really do. I love
You
learning
do a
about
show there, man.
I'd
It'll
love to
be
do that.
lit. It'll be lit in the
I have a
mud.
fan. My other fan base is I have one in it's either Sweden. It's one of those upper countries. I had like a hella place, or I think it was like Finland or some shit. I don't even know, but like it was. I was like, why do I have so many plays from Finland? But like this one song that in the song popped off in Finland for whatever reason.
That's crazy.
And then South Africa is the other one. I had one of my songs,
Yeah.
Flash headline for a music festival there that all kids from high school go to. And it was called Plet Rage. And one of my homies did this bro, the video production on this is insane. Like drones, all that shit. And he just like next level with video, but he used my song to promote it. It was during COVID though, so the shit got canceled. But the
Of
video
course.
garnered, a good amount of views. And I had a lot of people fuck with me from South Africa. But that's the one thing that I've realized is like, dude, you get your fan base. That's what they do with a lot of artists to get signed. They send them overseas first because then they'll get followers because everybody takes an artist like from around here, like, oh, they're the next to blow. Then they'll go back to America with 1 million followers. And then people
Right.
from start taking them seriously. Where if you at like 20K or 20K or whatever, it's you at a lot of people hit their ceiling there,
Okay, man. I'm definitely about to take that into account, man. We need it because I actually, for my 9 to 5 job, I teach classes in Jamaica, Kenya,
Really?
Nairobi, where else?
What do you teach?
Customer service.
Hey, he said that with pride.
I teach customer service,
He's
yeah.
my
So
tie.
no, it's kind of cool. Like I'm shitty because when I got the opportunity to take this job, like of course COVID happened, but we started opening up these new locations, and so as this happens, like there's like Joe, if COVID hadn't happened, you were literally going to Jamaica for a month and you're going to open this up. And then like once every few months you go to check in and update policies and stuff. And I'm like, fuck COVID. And I'm like, but like, I'm happy that, cause we got all this, it's easy to obtain the technology for me to be able to do this right now. But at the same time, it's just like, I could have been in Jamaica showing out.
For COVID.
Man. So it's an even trade-off. Now I just have to go to Jamaica on for fun now. So I guess that works.
How is Jamaica?
I didn't get to go.
So you didn't. So it was like you were supposed to go, but COVID fucked it up.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Man,
we had just got rid of the Philippines
I'd love
too.
to
That's crazy.
So for me, I would love to go to the Dominican Republic.
Say where that you like the DR? I hear a lot of people go there a lot, man.
But I'm a diehard baseball fan. That's why
I see.
I would love to see. So like my dad's a coach to this day, still coaches baseball, and like the best like so he's always talking about how kids nowadays on his team suck because
Yeah,
all they do is play video games. We're like in the
that's
Dominican
right.
Republic, kids are playing with milk cartons, and you get a ground ball with the milk carton, you can get that anywhere. Like you know what I mean? You get a glove, that's a blessing. So like the best players, have you seen? So they have this tournament coming up in a month or so called the World Baseball Classic, where it's the
Yeah, I
Olympic.
know about that.
Yeah, yeah. Dominican Republic's probably gonna win. They're the favorite team. Their team is just stacked because all the best players come out of the DR. The DR, Puerto Rico,
Yep.
uh, Mexico has some pretty good players, but the DR is the one that, and then Japan, always Japan. But I mean, USA breeds some good players too. But the DR is the favorite. And that's one place I've always wanted to go visit just to fucking I'd love to just see all of that firsthand in the sense of just for the good of baseball. Because I think that like they probably have the craziest drills ever. And like I said, my dad's a coach, so I would love to follow in those footsteps one day, and I would love to go down there and learn these fucking drills and then go to practice and do some left field shit and be like, take your fucking glove off. Here's a milk carton, get these ground balls. We're going to be the best team.
They'll never forget. They'll never forget something like that. That like, man, Coach Conrad, he's crazy. He made us
But
all buy a milk carton. Yeah, so I'm with you on that. And also they hungry, bro. They trying to get up out of there and get the
I
real millions. And
know.
that like who was it? I
But
can't
that's
remember.
what I'm saying about the video game shit, man. Is like they obviously don't have as much as us, and they breed these because they do all day is play baseball. You don't need much to play baseball or play a sport, and that's something that's so beautiful about sports to me is that like I'm such a diehard, especially baseball and football, but like sports in general, I'm just a fan because it's like if you're that good and you work that hard, no matter where you come from, somebody will find you and you will make it type shit. Like that's why
Absolutely.
sports is so beautiful to me. And that's why Dominican Republic is so, to me, it's just a fucking, it's a cherished place for me that I would love to go and see.
It's a beautiful country, by the way, from what I've seen. Beautiful like
And that's,
mountainsides and stuff.
I know the
And
scenery, I know the scenery is beautiful too. So like, and I'm a scenic person. Like even if it's a poor place, that doesn't mean it's not beautiful. You know, I
right.
find the beauty in the dirt sometimes. It's like and sometimes you go to those rich places and you're like, this shit's ugly as fuck. And that's just the reality of it, though, is like some people aren't able to decipher the differences.
Yeah, that was my whole thing when my first time going to California because I was like, man, Joe, inspire yourself. You want to go out there and be Hollywood and do all that stuff. And so I went to San Francisco and I took Amtrak all the way down to San Diego because I wanted to see it all. I wanted to take it all in.
Okay, let me ask you about that because I haven't gone to San Diego, but I know when I go, I'm taking an Amtrak. How was I've
Yeah.
heard it's the best Amtrak, like the best view.
If you can try and find you one, because what that'll probably be, if you're taking Amtrak with all the stops and stuff, that's probably gonna be 3.5, 4 hours from LA if you leave from Chinatown.
Well,
Um,
I know they downtown, so I can just take the subway a block here, the Red Line, all the way to Union Station, which is where the Amtrak. Like I was gonna
yeah.
do it 2-3 weeks ago, and I didn't do it because I ended up going to watch the IU Purdue game. But beside the point.
I would say do it at the summer is probably the best time to do it because
Okay.
that way you have that longer sunset period.
And like in
And
the
I'm
day,
telling you,
early in the day.
so I would say like I would say probably catch it around 5:30, 6 o'clock and just roll, bro.
Because
And
I
it's
got
the most
homies in San
beautiful
Diego,
thing
so
I've ever
I'm
seen.
going to a Padres game this year. Like I promised myself that they're good, bro. They could win it all. They're better than the
Man,
Dodgers.
that stadium is amazing, by the way.
That's why I want to go to one of my good friends. He's got season tickets there, so um, that's happening this year.
Got
I want
to.
to visit every MLB stadium.
That's
That's
a good goal to have.
yeah.
I don't know if I want to like go to Kansas City like that, but I think there's some
Drove
places
through
I would
Kansas
want to.
City?
Huh?
Have you ever drove through Kansas City?
Oh, back when I was a kid. So I don't
I
remember.
drove
I
through
wouldn't
it
remember like
on
that.
the way here to LA because I drove here,
Oh,
and
say word.
it's a really beautiful city actually.
Hmm.
It's I understand like because it's where it is, but that is a cool city for like it's almost put Kansas City up there with St. Louis. Like I think St. Louis is pretty cool too, but Kansas City for like the people culture of it too. You get very prideful people there. Everybody I
Really?
know that is around that area loves Kansas City. So yeah, Kansas City. There's some whack ass cities though. Don't get me wrong. See, I would personally, I'm a diehard Eagles fan.
Yeah.
You talking about Dallas? I don't think I could ever go to Dallas, and I not for the city at all, just because the Cowboys. I would bad things would happen. I talk too much shit. I'll get in a fight. Like some shit will pop off.
And see, my experience with Dallas, all the times I've gone, this was like the first time I've gone as like an adult. And because I was like, I'm scoping out where I'm gonna, put in applications for like radio stations in the South.
I heard the
And
sun is amazing.
oh yeah, but like my thing with them, with Dallas is like, I mean, it doesn't move me because it's just like a whole bunch of industrial parks, like just all over the place. And then you get your random building and your random big ass, fancy ass mall. But for the most part, it's just a whole bunch of just industrial parks where people, like goddamn GameStop headquarters and shit like that. Just as you're riding, like it's just Dallas as a city doesn't move me. But like there's
Probably
places
why they
like
haven't won a Super Bowl in a long time.
yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I like listening to people. I got to listen in, um, on some people's like conversations they're having in the lobby that I was staying at, and I'm listening to how stuff works, and I'm hearing like all the look. We got Andrew Luck in the house, y'all. But I that city doesn't move me like that. But I tell you, what does move me, places like Atlanta, Miami moves me, and San Diego moves me. I want to go Seattle. I want to try Seattle. I want to check that out. I think that might be a cool, trippy ass, laid back spot. I think I want to check them out next. I think that might be my next little adventure.
Have you been to Denver?
I haven't been to Denver. I want to go there too. I do want to go there too. It's a chill spot.
Denver's cool as fuck. Just Colorado too, around the area. Like I like sometimes like the smaller cities. Like to me, like the place that really hit because I driving here, bro. I drove through every terrain. Like it was wild. I've seen the whole fucking country, and
Yeah.
The city that moved me in Colorado was Vail, which is
Vail,
where all
Colorado.
all the skiing is like right in the Rocky Mountains. It was just like a fucking straight line city that all these ski slopes are on. It was just like gorgeous all the way around.
Where did you take your album cover at?
At the beach. We took that at what beach did we go to?
I thought you were like in snow.
That's the idea.
Oh, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. All right, bet.
so we took that album cover at the beach. There's a lot of other like back pictures that's like shows the beach, but we picked that one because we wanted it to be a little dubious in the sense of like, okay, it does kind of look like the snow here. Like, let's just roll with it. You know, the other ones, and then the background pictures were for like the people who like wanted to know this. It gave more of a story to it. Does that make sense? But the main album cover was like, let's do this because this is what it looks like.
Oh, I'm sitting there thinking like you drove up to Carson or something and just went ahead and got some good pics in.
Took it on some real film. The photographer was Tuna's brother, and Tuna's brother's mad successful. He's a Cowboys fan too, but that's why I fuck with him. But he's taking pictures of like Dixie D'Amelio. Like he's done a lot of the whole TikTok scene. He's popping off. It's funny because he used to fucking hit me up and be like, "Let me borrow $5," and he'd never pay me back. And then the next year he's like popping off, like, and he's a homie, bro. I fuck with Josh heavily, and it's just crazy how that can happen in LA. Like you can go from being like, "Bro, let me borrow $5," to being like, "Oh, I'm kind of famous now."
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up, man. So CJ, where can they find you at? Conrad Jon, if you nasty, where can they find you at, bruh?
So Conrad is me on any social media, Spotify, Apple Music. Conrad Jon, Jon, and yeah, keep it simple, keep it fresh. I got videos out. I got a bunch of music coming soon. Come fuck with me. You can see pics of my dog if you're lucky. And anyway, I promise you, if you rock with me, you're gonna see me grow a lot, and it'll be a fun journey for all of us. So thank you so much for having me on, Joe. I really do appreciate it. It's been real.
Hey man, I appreciate you coming on the show. Y'all know the deal. UnicoWilliams.com. It will lead you to all the places that you can see me. Y'all know it. Fully Frosted is out right now. Wherever you can stream it, go get that shit. Who's yours? Let's go. 765. Oh, you hear me over there? You hear me, dogs? You hear me, cat? Y'all know what it is. We out of here. Peace.
It's my boss's dog. It ain't my dog. I just kidnapped her.
You see how that works?